Hey everybody, ShinNefzen here, ready to bring you yet another Let's Play. This time, eh, maybe a strange one. Although I guess if you know me, not really. This is Sailor Moon R for the original Game Boy. Being a child in the early 90s, my choices of anime were pretty much limited to Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon during the day. So Sailor Moon's one of the great animes I grew up with, real familiar with it. And I figured I'd do a Japanese-only game that was never translated into American. I'm going to get right on to it, explain some stuff since everything's in Japanese. Here's our main menu. This top left menu here, top left choice is for the normal game. The top right here is for the cut game. Bottom left here is the password settings, and the bottom right is a collection of silly little mini games. Now, what the normal mode is basically there are 5 stages in this game, and you start kind of like on an overworld in Tokyo. You start off as Serena or Usagi, whatever you want to. Since I'm so well versed in the English and Japanese versions, I'll probably jump back and forth on their names. But you start off as Serena, and basically you talk to people through town. The Negaverse comes. You got to figure out what's going on. You talk to various people: Chad, Tuxedo Mask, your fellow scouts, Luna, and eventually you'll find the Negaverse Lieutenant, and that enters the stage. But the problem is, as you might be able to tell, this whole game's in Japanese. I would love to do the normal game if there was a translation for this, but since there's not, there's just going to be screen after screen of Japanese text that I don't have translated. So what I'm going to do is play the cut game. Now, the cut game is the exact same levels you would play in the normal game. It just cuts out all the overworld stuff. There's no conversations between characters. It's just choose a character and you play through the 5 stages. Now the difference here is that in the normal game, in Stage 1, you're Sailor Moon, Stage 2, Sailor Mercury, Stage 3, Sailor Mars, then Sailor Jupiter, and Sailor Venus. I think the order is you don't get to select in the normal mode because it's part of the story. In the cut mode, you get to select a scout to start with, and you stick through with them for the entire game. So, my biggest problem here is, obviously, I have my favorite scout, just like everyone else does. And the problem is, if I play through the entire game as just one Sailor Scout, I know I'm gonna get comments like, "Hey, why didn't you play as Usagi? Why didn't you play as Mercury?" No matter who I'm going to pick, I'm going to get things going, why didn't you play as this other one? So the way I'm going to do this LP is I'm going to play as all of them. I'm going to let this first video serve as a quick introduction so I can explain what's going on. And then the next video, I will play through the entire game as my chosen character. And then once I finish the game, I'll upload another video as another scout, and so on, until I have played through the game as all 5 characters. That way, when someone, say, stumbles upon my channel or the LP playlist, all they have to do is click on the title of the video of their favorite Sailor Scout and go on from there. Now, of course, if you want to see all the fantastic commentary across all 5 videos, then you're certainly welcome to. And I'd certainly appreciate watching all 5. This is a short but kind of interesting game, having grown up on Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball. I love playing these old games like this. But this is going to be an introductory video, so I'm going to select the cut options just so you can see where it takes us. This is, of course, Rini / Chibi Moon. And she's basically asking us for our difficulty selection, the first being normal, second being hard. Normally, way back when I first played this, I did hard, but I haven't played this game in over a year, so I'm going to stick with normal, at least for this first one. And of course, that takes us to the player select. We got Amy / Sailor Mercury, Makoto / Lita / Sailor Jupiter, and Usagi / Serena / Sailor Moon in the middle, then Ray and / Sailor Mars, and Minako or Mina or Sailor Venus, whichever you prefer, in the bottom right. Now, for my first playthrough, my favorite Sailor Scout has switched multiple times throughout the years, but for the purposes of this game, I am going to do the first run through with Sailor Mars. and I am going to tackle that right away, right in the next video. Thanks for watching the introduction. Like I said, I'm going to do 5 separate videos here, each one with a different Sailor Scout. So if Sailor Mars isn't your thing, feel free to wait until I post the other one. Or, obviously, if you're seeing this like a month from now, I've already posted the other ones. So feel free to click on whichever one you like. Just watch that one or watch the whole series. I'd appreciate it either way. In any event, I'll see you in the next video when we take on the game as Sailor Mars. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time when we get down to the action.